Hello. So, hey. So I was planning on doing, a review of sorts on, a movie called American Gangster from 2007, I think. And, Denzel Washington in it. Because this new movie is coming out, finally, The Equalizer. I don't know if you've seen the other two, but this is the third one. Just called The Equalizer 3. No cool names added to it, like with John Wick. But the old man action summer movie Blacklist. Well, John Wick didn't come out in the summer, but summer movie Blacklist is completed now because Equalizer comes out September 1st. John Wick came out before. Mission Impossible came out a few weeks ago. So you know. Anyways, I got this palette from Morphe, who weren't they supposed to go out of business or something? Or did I miss the memo? I thought they were supposed to go out of business. Hold up. I thought they were supposed to go out of business, but you know, they're still kicking. But anyways, and it's this one. It's a matte palette. I didn't want to get one with glitters this time. I did it with the other one, the like purple main one. Anyways, so in the movie, that's based off a real life person, loosely based probably. Black drug dealer eventually makes it to the top after he stops bodyguarding the guy he was bodyguarding because he died. So he ends up getting, what is it, heroin? He ends up getting heroin from Thailand. Nope, not Thailand, Vietnam. Jeez, from Vietnam. And eventually he works hard after a couple years of corrupting the youth in the streets, and he eventually ends up being able to get a girlfriend. She just came from Puerto Rico. She's working at his club, and they get together. She probably really legitimately had no actual choice. It's not like it wasn't the, 70s? It was the 70s, but you know, she probably didn't really have a choice, and Frank probably robbed her with money, because I know the real life Frank is not that great looking. So, Frank eventually also brought all his family up there as well. I forgot this is all matte. Jeez, talk about boring. But he brought his whole family up there. His mom, his brothers, his cousins, which I think really was the start of the downfall. Not when he wore the fur coat, which is later on, but like when he brought out his family, because his family was somewhat ignorant because he didn't tell them, hey, don't be flashy. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. He just brought them up there for the experience instead of like schooling them on how to act appropriately, because we are doing something illegal and I do not want to go to prison for a very long time. His families out here wearing flashy jewelry, clothes, getting blood on alpaca fur rugs. So yeah, his girlfriend was taken away by the money, the glitz and the glam, the tantalizing affair of him being a drug lord. Actually, I don't think he qualified as a drug lord, just a really good drug dealer. And he made a lot of money from corrupting the youth in the streets and stuff. But I don't think he qualified as a drug lord, although he did go down in history, probably because he snitched on so many people. And also, as per usual, Denzel Washington does too good of a job when portraying a character that you are supposed to be like against. He does too well of a job. Oh, this palette's kind of boring now. Think about it. But yeah. So he does that. Ooh. Eventually, Richie, a guy that he has, that was like a good cop, because apparently you could only be a bad cop during this time frame because his partner actually got into heroin. So he got into heroin, got addicted to that, died because he got addicted. He let that addiction get to him. So he died. And Richie was already going to school to try and become a district attorney, I believe. And he also had a wife, well, ex-wife at this point, one kid, probably more, because he apparently was out here in the streets. And nobody believed that a black person could be such a great drug dealer. Only Italians and yeah, only Italians could be great drug lords. Like, even his guy that what was his, was it, I'm gonna try and put it in. So I'm gonna put it in. The guy that he was bodyguarding before, they didn't even really like think he was a great drug dealer because he was black. Which, I mean, I guess that's a bad thing. Because it's like, how do you think that somebody can't do it just because of their race? But anyways, so Frank is supposed to be paying the crooked cops, because the crooked cops were getting a big payout from the guy that he was bodyguarding before. And they try and bully Frank, I guess, into giving them more money, because they're like, ooh, we got a new person, so we gotta bully him into giving us more money. Because, you know, as you know, cops are such outstanding individuals. So even back then, they would do things like kindly bribe whoever it is, so that way they can be on the payroll as well. And after the war is over in Vietnam, the unnecessary traumatizing war for everyone involved is over. Frank's cousin, who's the one who initially got him the drugs in the first place, tells him that the war is over. Oh, Cuba, I have sexual allegations. Gooding Jr. was in this movie as well. And I guess Frank's heroin is called Blue Magic. Okay. It's called Blue Magic. I immediately thought of the hair grease. It's like, but yeah, yeah, I thought of the hair grease. But then I guess Frank had low-key like monetized it or something. And I forgot what the word is called, but we're just gonna say monetized. He monetized it, and I'm just gonna have to call him back. He monetized it. I'm just gonna try and wrap this up actually very quickly. He monetized it, and then eventually things hit the fan for Frank. Christmas rolls around, and his now wife gives him a nice fur coat, and Frank broke his own rule. He wore a nice fancy fur coat out and grabbed everyone's attention. Instead of listening to his own advice, he didn't, and he got caught. That's basically the reason why he got caught. So he did that, and oh no, my brush. Oh, what did I do with it? So yeah, he got caught, and so look at this. I got foundation like all on it. So he got caught, and he ends up actually basically stitching on everybody at the end to save his own skin. And then Josh Brolin's character, one of the crooked cops, and they all really get caught, the bad ones. Frank ends up getting out around 1992. I didn't look up if he's alive. I'll try and insert it at some point, but I don't know if he is still alive. He probably isn't, but I think he was born in like 1940 or something, or 1930, so he may or may not be alive. Last time I seen him like on TV, he was like in a wheelchair. But anyways, so Frank's wife moved back to Puerto Rico. I would have ran like as soon as the blood was in the alpaca carpet. I would have ran then, but I don't get involved with drug lord boyfriends. That's not my style. So yeah. Yeah, at the end, Frank loses everything. His family all go to jail, except for his mom. She never asked any questions. Wife goes back to Puerto Rico. Frank loses everything. Again, I've already mentioned that. But, and in the end, don't do it. It seems great, seems like a great idea. It's not a great idea. I'm not speaking from experience, I'm just speaking from like them always getting caught. Even El Chapo got caught. Did he? Or did he go missing? Okay, well, now I don't know. But anyways, don't do it. There are plenty of options to not do it. And I couldn't find my foundation, so I ended up using this one that is a little bit too dark. So if it looks like I'm hidden, it looks a little better. Yes, anyways. So anyways, stay tuned for more. Unless he calls me twice in one setting again. But anyways, toodles.